What's good, everybody? Yes, I'm doing everything on time this time. I know I said it last week. It's gonna be shorter. This one's gonna be pretty short. It was a cool week, but it was kind of a slow week. Not a lot of deep talks, but Saturday was probably the best day. The best day I had in a long time. You know what I'm saying? But let me get started. Monday, I met Hope. Hope works at Michi's, the yogurt spot, but she worked at the one up there at City Walk. I talked to her on my lunch break because I went to go get some yogurt because I saw some flavors over there, bro, that I was like, yeah, I need to try this shit, bro. What flavor did I try? It was like fruit punch, man. Shit was fire. But anyway, I ended up talking to her about just work, man, because like, you know, I work at the movie theaters across from there, and we were just talking about how fucked up customers can be. You know what I'm saying? Like how they always get mad at you, but you can't help the prices of whatever is going on. Like, I feel really bad for her when she was telling me, like, you get, like, because, like, you ever been to a Michi's, like, you can put however much yogurt you want or how many, like, toppings you want. And then they have, like, a little measurer. And then whatever comes up on that measure, that's the price you have to pay. She was telling me, people would put, like, shitloads of, like, toppings and, like, a whole bunch of yogurt that's, like, all the way up to the top. And she'll tell them the price, like she'd be like, oh, it's like 20, it's like, you know, 2063 or whatever. And customers would get pissed off, like, what the fuck you mean is this and that? It's like, yo, it's your fault, bro. Like, you put all this stuff in here, bro, and you know for a fact that they measure, or you see her put it on the measuring, and it shows you what the price is gonna be. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like when I work at the movie theaters and people go to the movies and they expect it to be cheap, bruh. Like, I've never been to a movie theater where you're gonna spend under $10, bro. If you want a good movie experience, you're gonna spend more than $10 at the movies. You know, like, I hate when people come in here and they buy a soda and they're like, and you tell them how much the soda costs, and you're like, what? Man, this is an expensive soda. Like, bro, like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, we're not gonna sell it to you for $2 or $3, bro. This is the movie theater, bro. Supply and demand. But, you know, some people, bro, it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm cheap. Like, I'm cheap. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, I don't mind spending money, especially if it's certain situations count on spending money. Like, if I go out, I'm gonna spend money. That's just me. But you got people that really, everywhere they go, to the movie theaters, when they go on dates, when they buy for a significant other, it's cheap shit, bro. I can't do that. Like, those 4 things, I'm not gonna be cheap with, bro. If I have a girl and it's Valentine's Day or it's her birthday, bro, I'm finna get her the best shit. Christmas, I'm gonna get you the best shit. Movies, bruh, I don't mind spending, like, bruh, make a budget. I don't mind spending between $20 to $30, depending on which movie it is, depending if I want to get out of my seat, it all depends, bro. Like, just people, bruh. And the thing about it is, it's funny, man, because, like, as you can see how I'm talking now, I'm getting better. This whole project that I'm doing, I'm getting better. Like, I'm not yarning as much, and my anxiety is not fucking because that had a lot to do with my anxiety. But it's just like I'm starting to realize that there's a lot of good people. Like there's people out here. Like and I'm gonna talk about one of the people that I met that said something that was really good. It was really smart. You know what I'm saying? And when I get to him, I'll let you know. And I'll let you know what he said. Okay. Tuesday, I met Mike. Mike, he works at a store called Max something. I'll put it down below, in the feed, but like, or you can go on to my Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and you can get the name of the store. But this store is pretty cool, man. Like, if you need to sell Jordans or any type of shoe, and you need the extra cash, these dudes will sell it for you. They'll sell it for you, and you just give them a small percentage of what they sell. So say if you got some Jordans, you got some 13s, they're gonna sell them for how much? They're gonna give you the value of the shoe. But then they're going to sell them for like $350 because they know there's dudes out here that are going to buy these shoes for that much. They'll take like 100. They'll take like 100 when you get 250. You get what I'm saying? Which is dope. They also do that with clothes. And they have some fire stuff in there, bro. They have some shoes that are hard to find. Like, I've seen that hard to find. Matter of fact, I'm going to put their Instagram down low. Bro, they had some 13 Space Jams, bro. They had some Space Jams. Michael Jordan Space Jams. And not the 13s. I forgot I think it was the 10s. But, bro, those shits are fire, bro. I've been wanting to get those for a while. It's just, it sucks because it's not my size. They're like, I think 10s or 10 and a halves. Not sure. But the dude that I talked to, his name was Mike. He's a cool dude. Mainly, I just asked him about the store and talked to him about the store because they have some interesting stuff there. Matter of fact, they have 2 other stores, one on Melrose and one in Burbank. And the one in Burbank, he says is 2 stories tall and has a basketball court inside. And he says it has way more stuff going on over there when it comes to their clothes and their shoes. I suggest that you check them out. The stuff is fire. I'll put their Instagram below because right now, since I'm shooting this video, I can't use, like, on my phone, I can't exit out because it'll ruin the whole video. But yeah, Diana. I met Diana because I went to Play Live Nation over there in Northridge Mall to ask questions about the Madden tournament they threw on Saturday. Because, you know, like me, I've been to a couple of Madden tournaments, and the thing about Madden tournaments, people always want to pick the elite teams, and it's not. And then it's funny because a lot of these people play with, and it's stupid. I hate playing against people that have the same team. Like, I hate that. Like, why are you picking the same team as me? That is weird. That is boring. And it's irritating because a lot of these people, they have favorite teams. Like, if you say to me, if you say that you're a diehard fan of a team and you can't even play with your team in tournaments or even online, like when I play people online, I feel like my team's the Colts. I feel like it's always the Colts versus the Patriots, Colts versus the Falcons, Colts versus the Eagles, Colts versus Minnesota. Like, it's crazy, bruh. And I met her because it's funny. I was talking to her brother, And then she came up and I was talking to her because her brother just got hired there. And, you know, the only problem that I have when it comes to this, I have a conversation with somebody and it's not necessarily that they don't want to take, like, you got people that, like, let me scratch that. You have people, it's like 2 other people. No, scratch it, not 2 other people. There's 2 things that I get most of the time. Either when I ask them to take a picture, it's weird, or they're self-conscious about themselves. I asked this dude if he wanted to take a selfie with me. So, like, I was talking to his sister. Sister's cool. We used to talk. I mean, pretty much we was all in a conversation together. I asked his sister to take a picture. She was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I even sometimes tell him what my cause is, bro. And that's the other thing. Like, there's one girl I met named, matter of fact, her name was Rosalind, and I'll talk about this because this happened Friday. But right now, I'm gonna talk about Thursday. Thursday, man, that was a slow day because at the end of the day, that day I really wasn't like, I was on that my anxiety, depressed type shit where I was like, I don't feel like going, I don't feel like doing it, and you know, I still tried. You know, I went out and it was like, and depression sucks because it's like, even if you want to do something, you're just like it feels painful to do it. Like, so Thursday, I was just feeling that pain the whole time. And then, you know, I said, you know what, I'm going to keep trying. So I kept trying as hard as I could. I even went out late at night and went to Tommy Burgers. I mean, I was hungry, but I went to Tommy Burgers and met the homie Djay. Djay, I mean, I was talking to him while he was working, so like the picture I took with him is him working back, trying to clean the chili pot or whatever. So I didn't want to bug him, but I talked to him. And the interesting fact about him is he's been working with the company for 5 years. Says it's a pretty chill job, you know what I'm saying? Low key, I'm thinking about applying there because I just, you know, whenever I come in there, everybody's cool, man. They either keep to themselves or they're just friendly. You know what I'm saying? I always talk, like, when I go in there, I talk to them and stuff like that. But, like, him, like, you know, I don't ever ask, I don't really ever ask their names and stuff. So, like, since I've been doing this, I've been kind of getting to know them and talking to them and knowing their names. So, like, because to me, I feel like, even though sometimes you meet a person, you don't really know a person. Because if you don't know their name, to me, it's like you still don't know them. Like, at least get to know their name, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that day was just really slow. This whole week is going to be slow. This video is probably going to be really short, to be honest with you. Because I really didn't talk a lot about interesting stuff. Like the first 4 weeks, bro, I had some interesting conversations with people, man. Some deep stuff. Saturday was probably the only. But, alright, Friday. I meet Tim. I'm still over here struggling with this anxiety. Like, I actually was in bed almost all day that day. I got up. Like, honestly, Friday was such a blur. I don't really remember what I was doing. I don't remember. I just remember that, like, I laid around all day. got up, and for some reason, I decided to go to the mall. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I just went. And I'm trying to figure why I went. Oh, I think I went to go check on an application somewhere. Oh, yeah. I went to go check on the application at the Shoe Palace because I told y'all that last week they had a big interview, what do they call them? Open interviews, job fair. And I went to go see what was up because this is the reason why I don't like job fairs, because they take forever. They go, I mean, so many people apply or whatever, but they take a minute. So I gave them a week to see what was going on or whatever. And then, so I had my anxiety or whatever. So I said, yo, since I'm here, I'm gonna try to meet people. And like, I was walking around the mall, I was chilling, I was sitting down, whatever. And I decided, I haven't been in the Hot Topic in a minute, so I decided to go in the Hot Topic. Went in the Hot Topic, and the manager and like the two workers that were there, they were talking about video games. They were talking about, I play I'm more of an Xbox person, more of a PlayStation person. And one of the girls was like, I can't get, I'm an Xbox person, I'm a PlayStation person, I can't get the Xbox controller down. And they're like, oh, it's the same concept, it's just, there's certain buttons. And I was like, bro, you say that, but sometimes the Xbox X and the PlayStation X throws me off because they're both blue. And if you're used to playing Xbox, and you go to a PlayStation and you're playing a game like Madden or something, that shit throws you off, bro. Because I get thrown off all the time like that. He was like, yeah, da-da-da-da-da. And then, and then they were saying it's the same to go with fighting games. And I was like, bruh, I know. Because, like, I play Injustice, and I just got that new Dragon Ball Z game. And to learn all the stuff you learn in another fighting game, and then go to another fighting game that has different mechanics, bruh, that shit is the hardest shit, bro. That's the hardest shit. And you know what I'm really enjoying about doing this too, bro? I learned something that on Friday. I learned something that, bruh, I'm about to be ready for this shit when it comes out, bro. They're making an N64. Like, they're making the N64. Like, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up, but they've been making like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, NES systems that carry all the games that, like, not all of them, but they carry like 200 to 300 to 400 games in them. And he's saying that they're gonna be, this year they're coming out with an N64 version of that shit, bro. Bro, that shit's finna be fire, bro. Because if they put Smash on there and Mario Kart and all the Mario parties, bruh, I'm gonna start inviting people to the house. And we about to go ham on that shit. Or I'm finna take that shit to our homie's house and we finna get ham on that shit. Cause N64, that's when I was a happy little kid. Like, I mean, like, I got, I had problems with my dad and all that stuff, but at the same time, as a kid, you heard what your parents said, but at the same time, life was just cool because you didn't have to worry about nothing. And, bruh, it was just, bruh, that shit is gonna be fire. And I was happy that he told me that. And the homeboy, we were talking about that for a minute until he had to go back to be doing his manager duties. But he was probably the second coolest dude I met this week, because I talked to him and he said he suffers from anxiety too, and he said he went through it. He kind of went through it last year too. He said, so we didn't really get too much into it because he was back doing his managing stuff. When I had asked him if he could take a picture with me, and he was cool with it. Because they had this real cool ass hat. And the reason why we started talking about the N64, they got this N64 hat that's straight fire, bro. It has the N64 logo. It's all gray. Bro, I was like, yo, that shit is fire. I'm gonna have to get that shit because, bro, I need more. Like, I have a lot of these sports caps. I need more of my nerd caps, bro. Because I got like 5. I got Nightwing, Luke Cage, Deadpool, Harley Quinn. What else? Hold up. I'll just show y'all. But yeah, man, I got Rocco, Modern Life. Because, hey, man, this show right here got you ready for adulthood. Because I look back and watch the stuff, man, he goes through some stuff that a lot of us adults went through today. Nightwing, bruh. I got this at AnimeCon. I was excited about this because it's hard to find Nightwing shit. Especially the old school Nightwing with the blue. That new 52 shit. The red was whack. Luke Cage. Hero for Hire. Got Luke Cage right here breaking chains. So dope. And you know what? Matter of fact, this week, I seen this Black Panther hat that I'm about to get. That shit is fire, and then there's an NWO hat that I'm trying to get. That shit is fire too. You got this Deadpool. Oh, this shit is my favorite one right here. Cause look at this fool is pixelated, like 64-bit video game Deadpool, and he's doing his little lunatic fringe eye squint. Bro, this shit is fire. I think I'm gonna start making videos of hats, cause I collect a lot of hats, bro. And then it says, "I love chimichangas" on that bitch. That shit's fire. And then this is one of my favorites because I love Harley Quinn, bro. Girls that dress up like Harley Quinn, they do that shit, bro. Oh my god. And if they look exactly like her, bro. It sucks that like everyone does the Maggie Robbie. I love Maggie Robbie. I love that Harley Quinn. I think that Harley Quinn's outfit is sexy as fuck. But this Harley Quinn, the Arkham Asylum Harley Quinn has some dope outfits, bro. And this was the last outfit she wore, and the last one that they made. So, this is the one where she was pretty much mourning the Joker's death. And she kind of had like a, I guess like a schoolgirl like look. Yeah. They kind of put Maggie Robbie's look with, they kind of took it from this one with the ponytails and the pink, like with the pigtails like and the blonde hair. So that's the reason why I like that look. Cause without this look, they probably wouldn't have came up with the Maggie Robbie look. I mean, I guess I'm talking about like at least the hair. But yeah, those are my nerdy hats, man. And I probably got some more, but those are the ones that I wear, or those are my top 5, or those are my top favorite ones. Okay, but Saturday, I'm probably about to talk about this the most, man. Cause again, I still was going through the anxiety attack that I had, bro. Sometimes they last for days, man. Where you just like, bruh, life is like, you go through and you're like, life is boring. Fuck life. Life is hard. You know what I'm saying? For me, this week it was more like life was boring. Like, I don't have nothing. I haven't done nothing in a minute, bro. I haven't been out. I haven't done nothing. And like I told y'all earlier, I went to go check on that Madden tournament. So I ended up able to get off work early, or they cut my hours, or they cut me, and I end up going up to to see how the tournament went, bro. I ended up getting to the tournament right when it started, and when I got there, I wasn't expecting to spend any money, because I was like, bro, I can't spend this money. I ended up getting talked into playing because they needed a person. First, they were like, oh, we could take someone out and whatever. And I was like, I don't want to do that. That's messed up. They're like, nah. We need somebody. So I was like, all right, cool. I spent $60. I didn't mind spending it, because at the same time, like I said, I haven't done anything, and I was like, yo, this could be fun, win or lose. This could be fun. And then, bruh, there's tons of people in here to meet. So I said, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna be able to meet somebody. I don't know what would be wrong with me if I didn't meet anybody on Saturday, bruh. There were so many people in there for that Madden tournament. Like, it was a small one, and I've been to small ones, and this one was ran better than some of the small ones I've played at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in Madden tournaments, big ones, where they run stupid, bro. I hate the big ones. The big ones, like, they run better now, because what they do is, like, you play online from your house, and then once you get to a certain part of the bracket, then they start doing it, and it becomes like a small one, but it's like it's like you can watch it on YouTube, you can watch it on Twitch, you could do whatever. This one, the basketball player Ryan Hollins. If you watch basketball and you've seen the Clippers, he played for the Clippers, like around the time Blake Griffin was like, he was there, like on his earlier days, he was there. This is high flying, Blake Griffin. But he threw the tournament, he hosted it, and then he had somebody that he orchestrates pro tournaments all the time. His name is Dede. And then they had a model there named Keke co-hosting. So what's crazy, bro? Like, I didn't know Ryan Hollins was a TV, because, like, I don't know cable. I didn't know that he was an ESPN TV host now. That's pretty cool. But anyway, I'll talk about the tournament, because you know me. I mean, people that do know me, like I'm the type of person where if I'm in a new setting, I'm gonna come off quiet first, and then if I start feeling positive vibes or like I start feeling comfortable around you, then that's when I start opening up. So the first game that I played against, it was a little kid, but he wasn't bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, me, I was actually scared to play against a kid, because kids should be better. They should be better at these video games than us, man. They got all the time in the world to practice. They don't got to go to work. Don't got to do nothing. So I played him and got 28 and beat him 28-7. I let him score at the end of the game because I was like, bro, this is a little kid. I don't want to crush this fool's spirit and give him a goose egg. You know what I'm saying? So I made it. You know, I let him score. He's only like 12, 11 years old, man. Like, I love goose eggs, but man, I'm not, you know, this is a kid, you know what I'm saying? So I beat him. Second time I beat. And he played with the Vikings. I played with the Colts. Like I was telling you earlier, I'm going to tell you right now, there's only, let's see, everybody played with the Rams, the Patriots, the Eagles, and Minnesota. All the playoff teams. And then one person played with the Broncos, the Falcons, the Chiefs, and like those were good. Like two of those teams were really good. So like you're talking about the top 6 teams in the NFL. The only people that were really there that I was like I was impressed with was fucking there was one dude with the Raiders. And then there was one guy, and then the guy with the Broncos. And then there was me with the Colts. I probably had the worst team, and I made it to the top 4 of that tourney. And that's the whole thing, bro. If I really wanted to go and wipe the floor with a lot of those niggas, I could have gotten the teams that I know I can eyeball with, like the Kansas City Chiefs or the Panthers. But when I do tournaments, I'm a diehard Colts fan, and I'm gonna let you know that I'm a diehard Colts fan. No matter if we suck, no matter if we're good, I'm picking that team. Bro, my team is rated 76 on that game. I beat Minnesota. I beat the Vikings. I beat the Rams. The only team that I lost to was the Super Bowl champs. The new Super Bowl champs, the Eagles. Much respect. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for beating these niggas, man. I can't stand that team, bruh. It's more of the It's more of the fans. I hate Patriots fans. Like, I like that team if it wasn't for the Patriots fans. Like, I don't like Tom Brady either. But at the same time, I'm getting to that point where it's like, he's not the greatest, but he's not bad. But at the same time, he's not going to no other team. And he's not balling like that. And what I hated too, like, I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I saw clips. Like, they really thought that Brady was going to make a catch, bro. He's not an athlete like that. Like, and people are over here talking shit about Nick Foles. Nick Foles played ball, like he played basketball. He was a dual athlete. He played basketball in college too. People don't know this shit, but Nick Foles got skills. And that's another thing. K, I know you're going to watch this shit. I told you that Nick Foles was good. Yeah, man. Don't talk about my boy like that. I'm telling you, the first thing with the Eagles, that nigga showed up. This nigga went to a Pro Bowl. And people are saying that this nigga's not good. Nigga, he went to the Rams and played for a coach that didn't give a fuck. And you see what happened to both of those quarterbacks. So you're like, if McKay, what's the coach's name? McKay or whatever his name is that coaches the Rams now. You're not telling me that he would have made Foles or what's his name on the Vikings, Keenum, ball right now? Because Goff was looking shitty as fuck with Fisher. Now he's a Pro Bowler. Man, some of y'all people need to get the fuck out of here with that hate shit, bro. Because at the end of the day, Nick Foles is more physically gifted than Tom Brady. Yeah, I said it. And I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Give a fuck. Like, y'all niggas be hating. But anyway, back to the game. The one game that I lost, bro. I was up 7-3 until about the third quarter. The end of the third quarter, he scored again, made it 10. I brought bro, I was doing this shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I was doing time management like the Patriots, bro. Bro, I got the ball back at the end of the third, about like 1 minute left, and kept the ball all the way up until the last minute, about the last minute and a half of the fourth quarter. And I get to the end zone, I throw an interception, and I was like, all right, man, I wasn't nervous. I was like, let me get this ball back because I know he's going to keep trying to run the ball, to run out the clock. Bruh, I love the coach, but we have horrible run defense. And I know this. We have horrible defense. We have good passing defense. Believe it or not, we have pretty good pass defense. But this nigga, the first play, he hits the hole, gone. I was like, fuck. But the thing about that shit is I ended up almost coming back anyway. Bro, he went up 17. He went up by 17. Or he went up 20. He went up 20 because yeah, when he hit that, he scored a touchdown and went up by 20. I ended up throwing a Hail Mary and getting the touchdown, and had 36 seconds, and I tried to onside kick that shit, and he got it. So I couldn't play in the championship game. That was the game to play in the championship game, bro. But at least I made the score better looking, because that game I was winning and it was close. But man, I be honest with you, I don't remember how he got 20. I just know it was 20, and I had 7, and then I scored another time, made it 14, and made it 14-21, and all I needed to do was get that. 'Cause, bro, if I would have gotten that onside kick, I would have scored. Because how he plays a middle linebacker, but he does that shit where he always watches for that middle route. So he makes that linebacker go out. he makes that linebacker follow that tight end. But then he leaves the safety, and he leaves the safety in the corner, depending on the coverage. He leaves the safety in the corner on an island, because if you're using like how the mechanics is in the game, if you're using the middle linebacker and you're in cover 3, that safety is supposed to be watching him. So you have that safety, you're double teaming the middle route, and then you're leaving a corner in the you're leaving the corner on the island, because I forgot what the play is called. But it's the play where the tight end runs an 8 or the slot runs an 8 and everybody runs a 9 or a go route. And I was running that, and that's how I got him. I got him with the Hail Mary, because he left the person on an island, but this time he was in man, cover 2 man, where now you got the safety on a, you're playing man on there, and then you leaving that second slot open, because that safety is going to be watching. He's going to be playing zone when the other guy's playing man. So you're taking away. Now it's one-on-one. It's either one-on-one depending on who the safety wants to play. Anyway, yeah. So the whole thing is the day I went, I beat one person 28-7. I beat the second person 28-7, because I could have gotten a goose egg from him, but I was trying to be greedy and make an interception so I can get more points. And it bit me in the ass, and he scored. The third game, that's the one that I lost. And then the third place game, that one was good. That one, I was killing myself, bruh. It was the Rams. I was playing the Rams, and, you know, I did what I wanted to do on defense because I shut down Gurley. I could have won that game by like 21-9 or 29-10, 21-10. But whenever I got to the red zone, I didn't finish, bro. I didn't finish. And I had the lead for the whole time. So I was playing defense. It was like 10-3 the whole game. And then he scores at the last game. He scores the last game. The last quarter he scores. And he decides that he wants to go for 2. And there's 29 seconds left, so I wasn't scared, because I was like, bro, you go for 2, all I have to do is get at least the 30 yards, the 30-yard line, and kick a field goal and win the game. So I'm not tripping. And I got timeouts and stuff left. So, because everyone's like, oh, he's going for the win. I was like, there's not going for no win. There's 29 seconds left. Anyway, I ended up stopping him anyway. I thought he was going to he almost got me. I thought he was going to give it to Gurley. He ends up doing a play action fake, bro. I tackled Gurley, but then, lucky enough, 2 of my defensive linemen got through the line and tackled Goff, bro. And I ended up winning that game. I won $60. So, you know, it's cool. I won the money back that I spent. So I'm not, you know, I was like, bro, I wasn't even trying to, like, I was happy I got $60 back. Like, I wasn't even really supposed to be even spending that money, $60 like that. I mean, I have stuff I got to pay for and stuff like that. So for me to win the $60 back, I was happy about that shit, bro. So after the game, they do interviews with us. So they did the interviews with the first place, the champion, second place, and then me, and then even the fourth place guy. I ended up talking. They ended up asking me. They were asking me questions and stuff. And I'm pretty sure Ryan Hollins is gonna put up the video. So check it out on his page, or because he hasn't posted up on his Instagram yet. So we'll see. But yeah, he made a video, and I told him cause like I told him before before I get up or before I go, I wanted to ask them. I told him I told him about my goal. In 2018, I want to meet a new person every day. And she asked me why I was doing that, and then I explained it to her, like, 2017, I suffered from depression, and I'm kind of antisocial. I mean, like, if you could tell, when you first met me, I was kind of quiet. She was like, yeah, and they were talking to me, and so I was like, well, I'm telling you guys now, asking you guys now because I wanted to know if I could take a picture with everybody before everybody, left or, went on their way and stuff like that. And, they're all like, yeah, man, da. So it was just a positive environment there in general. Like, we're all cool now. Actually, it's crazy. Like, I have Ryan Collins following me on Instagram now. That shit's like, I've never had a famous person follow me on anything. I think the last time I had a famous person follow me on anything was probably Twitter. And that's because famous people like back then when Twitter first started, famous people actually talk to people. Now they kind of just don't, because everybody uses it. Oh, it's more for them now. It's more for their community. It's for them to interact with each other and also be and show everything off into the public. But yeah, man, and like and D too, and I follow him, and like he puts on tournaments all the time, and like I was telling you earlier, the person that told me some inspiring stuff was D, and he was saying, don't let the negative stuff people do in the world affect the way that you think about, or affect the way that you do stuff and how you think about other people, because not everybody's like that. I was like, damn, that shit is true, bro. So now, like, because the thing about it is, I always seen good in people, and it's just depressing that it's, I feel like everybody has good in them. So it's like, what made you do this? What gives you that idea? Now it's kind of just like, bro, negative stuff happens. I'm gonna start thinking like that. Like, negative stuff happens, bro. You can't change it, and that's what he's pretty much saying. You can't change it. You know what I'm saying? And he told me that he wants me to start watching The Secret, because he told me he wants me to succeed, and he wants to see me succeed. And it's cool, man. So I'm not gonna tell you everything, because there's other positive things that happen with me, but like, there's certain things that I don't want to share with people, because people are gonna throw out hate, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna leave that alone where that is, bro. But the thing about it is, bro, I'm meeting people, bro. I'm meeting cool people in this, because now, not only that I have these people's Instagrams and stuff like that, or not that I have their Instagrams that they're following me, bro. I have Ryan Hollins Xbox Live, bro. I can play with this nigga on Xbox, bro. I can play with this nigga D on Xbox. Keke, bro, she's a girl that likes to play video games. She likes to play 2K, bruh. I'm meeting some cool people, man, with the same interests as me, and this shit is dope, man. This shit is dope because, man, I was at one point in my life where I didn't think anybody, like, especially black people, I didn't think there was black people that like video games like I do. Like, I know there's black people like video games, but like, bro, it's cool that I'm starting to meet people. Let's just put it that way. Like, not even to bring race or anything into it. because I'm in people that are suffering from the same things as me. I'm finding people that have the same interests as me, and everything is just everything is cool, man. Everything is coming cool, man. And I'm starting to get better, man. I can feel it, man. That's like last night, I was doing DoorDash, and there was this lady. Met this lady. As a matter of fact, I should have got a picture with her, because it was after 12. But she was telling me, she was asking me about DoorDash. She was talking about doing it because she did Uber and she did Postmates, and you know, Uber Eats is trash because, like, pretty much how DoorDash works is they pay you for the trip to the restaurant and the trip to the destination of the food. So you're getting, like, you know, the most you're getting is between, you know, 7. The average is 8 to 10, but you know, the lowest I've gotten is 5. But the average load that I probably get is 7, 6 or 7, and it's less work. Like, I was estimating that the other day, bro. I can do 10 trips and make $100. 10 trips with Uber is $50, bro. Tops. And that's even when you have the hot spots and stuff. Uber is ripping people off. And then she was telling me that Postmates, the most that they'll give you is around $5 to what is it? $4 to $5, bro. So, you know,